Hello, Dragoon. I think it's time that I continue our conversation on guns. I've had more than enough time to consider what you said in this video, and I've come to a realization. I don't believe that I'll be able to convince you that we need more firearms in our country. I think that the number of people killed in massacres would go down if all guns were just poofed away. As to how many massacres would actually happen, that's far too dependent on other factors, like how many pissed off people there are in the country and things like that. So I really don't know how many more massacres we would see, but I could certainly imagine that the individual massacres would be made less deadly. I'm simply not going to lie to you. A gun is a very effective way of killing people, and they've been designed to be better and better at killing people over time. My reasons for wanting other people to be able to own guns is mostly based on principles. My reasons for wanting to own a gun myself is based on a mix of a fascination with the mechanical actions of firearms and simply thinking that guns are kind of cool as a natural consequence of the evolution of weaponry over time. And that's a very different set of reasonings to looking at how many people get killed over these things. And we may be simply looking at this from very different perspectives. I'm not saying that I don't want to have this conversation. I like this conversation. I am, however, saying that I think that I may not be able to complete my goal in this conversation, which was to either convince you that guns being in the society was a net gain in some sense, or that you might simply want to own a gun yourself. Either one of those would have made me extremely happy. But we should continue to simply have an honest conversation about these massacres. And I think that it would also be useful to have kind of a slightly separate conversation on different types of weapons, as the different types of weapons can inform a certain number of things about what happens in a massacre. Anyway, I'd like to thank you for your time, and I'd also like to apologize because in my first video I did kind of claim that you sounded authoritarian, and I realized after I posted that video and before you posted this response that authoritarian people simply don't approach conversations with open arms. So, thank you for approaching this in an open way, and I hope that we can continue talking on this. Anything that you're interested in, anything that you're curious about with firearms, I'll see what information I can get you. And maybe we can go from there. Have a good day.